Hey y'all, welcome back to the channel. It's his wife's keeper. I told you I was going to cook with you. I cooked with you last week. Time for dinner tonight before mom gets home. We're having baked chicken with peppers and onions, butter beans, and boiled potatoes. Like I said, typical Southern. If y'all want to come with me, come with me. See you in a minute. Hey guys, like I said, I'm cooking dinner for the fam right now and for this little guy. Apparently, hi. I can't touch you. I just washed my hands. Anyway, I've got some butter beans right here on the boil, and I'm about to cut some potatoes up too to go with it. Yummy, yummy, if I may say so myself. That's already done. So the only thing that I use, and I know y'all have heard me say it a million times, is garlic and pink and black pepper because my mom, she can't, no salt, blood pressure issues. These are Vidalias. All I'm going to do is cut the ends off these, and I grabbed the wrong knife, which of course I would do that. Cut the ends off, skin them, chop them up, lay them in the, well, enough to lay in the bottom and the top over the chicken. I've got some bone-in chicken thighs right here that are thawed and have already been washed. And that's what we're going to have as the main component for dinner. All right, as I said before, we've got 4 onions. I've peeled them. We've got 2 medium and 2 small, or else it would have been just 3 medium. I've got my butter beans on the boil, and my chicken is right here. And like I said, it has been cleaned. It is thawed. My sweet peppers are right here. As I told you last week when I was making the roast potatoes and carrots, I try and get cut around, and then I get the top out. And all you have to do when seeds are left in is flip it upside down and smack it. The seeds come out. Then you can get your veins out. And I think I'm going to julienne them, which is a long, skinny cut, because I'm laying my chicken on a bed of onions and peppers, and I'm going to do the same on the top after I season them with a little bit of garlic and black pepper. So I'll see y'all when I'm done chopping everything. Bye. All right, we've got some of our onions and peppers julienned, ready to go. I put a little bit of avocado oil in the bottom of my baking dish. And I'm going to mix up some of my thinly sliced peppers and onions to lay across the bottom. Let me switch my bowls here, guys, so I can see what I'm doing and y'all can see what I'm doing. But to lay across the bottom like a little yummy bed, a real yummy bed. And I'm going to get these other 2 cut up because I always put 2 on the bottom, 2 on the top. But as you get a layer that covers the bottom, just put a tiny little sprinkle of your garlic and your pepper. I'm the kind of person, I season every single layer. I want everything to have yumminess. That's what it's about, right? Supposed to enjoy your food. And first you eat with your eyes. Therefore, I like things to be pretty too. Like my husband. I enjoyed him with my eyes for a long time, because I was too shy to say anything. But on another note, I will come back to you guys once I have got everything cut up, the chicken in, and ready to cover the top. See ya. Okay, I've got the bottom layer of my peppers and my onions cut up. As I told you, I season every layer. No salt because mom can't have it. Now I flip my thighs upside down and I season the bottom. Only garlic and pepper. Normally I'd throw a little bit of salt in there, but I can't. And I grab my chicken and I just lay them in there like this. Just nestle them down in there. Try and keep them covered. All righty, we've got those in there. Let me wash my hands right quick, guys. All right, wash my hands. Let me grab my seasoning, season the top of the chicken. This isn't salt, so I can season it generously. All right, now it's time for our other 2 onions and the red pepper, which I'm going to do in rings over the top. Well, I've got one of my onions cut up. Now I'm working on my red pepper, and I've told y'all how to do this. And by the way, When it comes to knives, I've been using them a long time. Don't do as I do. Do what makes you comfortable. But I'm telling you, the key to cooking anything is a sharp knife. I will say it till the cows come home and roost. So you've got to have a sharp knife. You just have to. Okay, I've got most of my onions on top. I'm just going to lightly drizzle a little bit of this avocado oil on top of them before I put the peppers on, because onions exude sugar. Sugar makes things caramelize. Oil makes it bubbly. And avocado oil is the best for your trans fats and everything. So that's what it is. Well, got my onions on top and most of my peppers. But another thing, if you've got any onions whatsoever left over, if your pan can't hold everything, you can automatically just come over and put them in your butter beans. Oh, excuse me. And these are my butter beans. They're looking great. I'm just going to cut these ones up. And by the way, when it comes with knife work, please don't do as I do. Do what makes you comfortable. Okay? That's great. Okay, well, once I get the foil, which you cover the chicken with foil, you bake it at 375 for 30 minutes. And after that 30 minutes is over, you cook uncovered on 400 for 15 minutes. So guys, once I get the chicken covered and in the oven, I will come back to you for the potatoes. Okay guys, this is my chicken. I've got pepper and onion on the bottom, drizzle of avocado oil, and a little bit of seasoning. Of course, you can put any seasoning you want. There's no salt going on in here because my mom's blood pressure. Then you season the bottom of your chicken thighs, or any kind of chicken you want to, but I like the thighs because that's the meat I like. So I've got my thighs, I season them upside down, and then I nestle them in the onions and the peppers. And then as soon as I do that, I cut the top up in rings, the onion in rings, because it lays on the chicken better and it'll brown better. And then I've got my red pepper on top of that. Like I said, if you've got any onion and pepper left over, cut them up and put them in your butter beans. It's great. So I'm going to cover this, put it in the oven at 375 for 30 minutes, uncover it, 400 for 15 minutes. I'll see y'all then. Okay, we've got the butter beans going. We've got the chicken in. Now it's time for taters. I'm going to wash them off, and it won't take many of these because they're humongous. I start freaking out when summer's about on the way. I just cannot deal with the heat. And then I wish for winter again. It'd be nice if we all got one more good snow, wouldn't it? So many people I can hear in my head saying, oh no, oh no. Oh yes. So what we're going to do with our potatoes, and this is why I do this. A lot of people put them in whole. I will not. I peel them by hand so I don't graze over dark spots. And so we are doing boiled potatoes tonight with our chicken and our butter beans. So when I've got all these peeled, I'll see y'all. Okay, now that we've got our potatoes peeled, I am literally going to cut them in bite-sized pieces, cut them all in half, and in half again. And like I've told y'all, you need a good sharp set of knives. It makes everything so much easier, and it goes so much quicker. Trust me, I have tried to do things with a knife that wasn't so sharp. It wasn't enjoyable. It was not an enjoyable experience. Can't say it was. But as I've cut these all in half and in half again, and like I said, if you've got a piece that's like overly big or too wide, just cut it twice. And as I'm doing this, I'm literally just going to cut them all in bite-sized pieces. Easy peasy lemon squeezy. And then I'm going to put them in the pot, and I'm going to boil them until they're fork tender. With, of course, my old trusty, I'm going to use garlic and pepper. So when everything is done, all said and done. Oh, also before I finish, green onion. When I boil potatoes, I always use green onion scapes. Always. And if it's the time of year for garlic, I use the green that comes off the garlic scapes for everything. They are great. In the summertime, I've actually ground my scapes from my garlic and my onions into powder, and it is the best thing since sliced cheese. But we'll get to that as the time of year comes. So I'm going to put these in the pot, y'all. I'm going to get everything going the rest of the way. And when it's all done, we'll be back. See you then. Hey guys, everything is done. My potatoes are done. My butter beans are done. I opened the stove, and if you could, if it doesn't, there you go. If you know that your chicken is done, but it's not browned on the top, stick it under the broiler and crisp it up right quick. Won't take but a minute. All right, now that we have broiled, we are going to go ahead and get it out. Normally I use one. This time I'm using 2 pot holders. No more blisters. And we're done. That looks so good. And that chicken's just going to fall apart. And it is normal for the edges of some of your peppers to be charred a bit. It is great. So I guess we're going to plate it up. I hope y'all have a good night wherever you are, whatever you're doing. Know God loves you, and so do we. Bye.